YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? If this your first time, tune in there, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit the notification bell every time I post up new content. It really ain't too many times that I actually really talk about professional sports. Because the thing about it, though, is this: what's so doggone professional about it? Okay, I'll deal with that later. So, so my whole deal is this, right? What's so doggone professional about sports, whether it's football, basketball, boxing, hockey, whatever the case may be, right? Because because of the system, and I talked about this yesterday with Pete Carroll, right? So the Lakers, they have been eliminated from postseason play, and yes, I'm drinking. But here's the deal, people. Our, you know, we have seen this activity. Well, I'm not gonna say we. I will say that I have seen this activity once before. It happened right before Emmitt Smith was about to break Walter Payton's rushing title and become the all-time leading rusher as far as like the NFL goes. Emmitt really would, as far as I can say, and I could be like this, as far as like before I actually really knew what the fuck was going on, the Cowboys, that was my team. I followed them, as far as like I can like can go back as late as Danny White, Tony Dorsett, all those guys, right? So and then here comes Troy, Michael, and Emmitt, right? So with Emmitt being so close, right? It was like, okay, well, he got where that, okay, well, if I can actually really get this, if I get this, I'm trying to get this, record. Motherfucker, any goddamn thing else. Right? And then here's the deal. Emmitt eventually broke the all-time, he broke Walter Payton's record, right? But just know this, they lost that damn game. And then they didn't make it to the playoffs that year. Right? So, a lot of times athletes, right, when they get close to some shit, they tend to actually like really forget about what's actually like really important. Right? Now with LeBron, right, he in order for him to actually like really eclipse Kareem, right? Because right now he's 1,325 points short. I mean, that's to tie it, right? So we already know anything after that, he will break the record. And then he will be the all-time scoring leader or whatever. But here's the deal. I think with 2 games left in the NBA, he didn't play last night for whatever reason. I don't know if he's hurt or whatever the deal is. But I just look at it like this. LeBron James could, as far as I'm concerned, because see, I've watched LeBron play, I've watched Michael Jordan play, right? LeBron James don't even come close to Michael Jordan. Matter of fact, he really don't come close to doggone Kobe Bryant, right? Because this motherfucker, put like this, Michael Jordan, for the most part, played all 82 games. If he wasn't injured. There was a lot of times that LeBron wasn't even injured. and he took nights off. So I'm like, dog, what the fuck? You want people now? I'll be the first one to tell you, LeBron probably is not looking at people and looking at people to actually like really cheer him on, and actually really call him the greatest of all time. But then this motherfucker fucked up, and whatever shot that he made, he said, "When I made that shot, that made me the greatest of all time." Dog, before you even said that, you was with Cleveland, and then you went down to Miami. You was talking shit, talking about, "Oh, we finna win 8 championships," right? But then once you get to the finals, what happened to you? Leg cramps, right? You lost after all that shit that what you said, right? I mean, eventually you won 2 down there. You carried your ass back up to motherfucking Cleveland. You won 1 up there. And then you went to LA where you're at now, the Los Angeles Lakers, i.e. Lake of Fire, right? So you won 1, right? Now you ain't even the motherfucking. Now you not even motherfucking play. You ain't even to make the playoffs, guy. But here's the deal: with LeBron being so close, and breaking Kareem's record, right? Then Kareem come out and say some shit. So now everybody want to jump on Kareem shit. So Kareem apologized, right? But here's the deal: the Lakers are out of the playoffs. And right now, this is like sheer speculation on what I'm about to say right now, right? So, but here's the deal, people. LeBron is 37 years old. By the time that the new NBA season starts, he'll be 38 years old, right? So, my thing is this, and again, this is just how I'm looking at it. Let's just say for shits and giggles, right? That Kareem really don't want his record broken because that shit has been up there forever and a day, right? So let's just say Kareem goes up to the front office, right? And tells the front office, "Hey, guess what? Go cut this motherfucker. I don't want him breaking my shit, right? And then pray that don't nobody else pick him up, right?" I'm actually really thinking I'm almost about. Listen, I ain't too sure about it, but I'm almost. I can as much as I want to. I can almost bet money that that's what the fuck is gonna happen, right? Once the season is over with, the Lakers organization they finna clean house, and just know that LeBron is gonna be a part of that, considering he's finna be 38 years old, right? And then, like I said, a lot of people have said that unlike Michael, unlike Kobe, right? LeBron James, he really don't have that killer instinct to actually really win when it really matters. Yeah, you done been the motherfucking 10 championships, but listen, you only done won 4. So for anybody to actually really say that this motherfucker is the GOAT, right? Choke yourself. I mean, this motherfucker, out of the 75 players, that motherfucker need to be at 75. Plain and simple. That is how I look at it. And even if the Lakers say, "You know what, Kareem? We're not going to cut LeBron," right? Just face the facts that just know that your motherfucking record finna get broke. But then again, what's more important to the organization, right? Like I said, we seen this before. Have I seen this before, right? It happened with Emmitt Smith. It was almost like the organization forgot that, hey, look, we got games we need to win. We really, if you get the Russian title or all-time leading rusher, then hey, guess what? That's an added bonus. But we try to get to the playoffs, guys. So I really ain't too fucked up about whether or not you get the Russian record. That's what should have been said. Right? So here it is. Right? Some damn, because he broke it in 02. So here it is. It's 20 years later, right? And here we come again. Right? We got somebody that is so close. And you almost gotta ask yourself, okay, well, so now the organization, right? Whether he stays with the Lakers or whether he goes somewhere else, but his deal, LeBron gonna be 38 years old, right? I mean, yeah, he might can still play, but the thing about it, I'm looking at it like this, motherfucker, you 38 years old. Go sit your ass down somewhere. I'm almost actually really thinking that's what the fuck the case is gonna be. Now, here's the deal, right? I know people get injured. It's the nature of the game, right? But here's the thing with you, LeBron, right? On the nights that you took off and was shit wrong with you, guess what? Your motherfucking ass should have played. And then it wouldn't have motherfucking mattered. It wouldn't have motherfucking mattered. I mean, let's think about it. Out of all of the games that you decided, hey, whether it was you or the coach, right? And then here's the deal. This is where the bullshit about how all of this shit is staged, right? Whether or not that you yourself actually really said, you know what, I don't feel like playing tonight. I want to rest up. I want to be fresh enough when we do that playoff push. But hold on, let's stop the press. Let's stop the press on that, because here's the deal. Let you tell it, or let reporters tell it. You done spent $1 million+ on your body to make sure that you're actually really ready to play, right? But my thing is this. This is basketball we're talking about here. This ain't motherfucking football, right? You're not in the pit. So you spending all this money on your body, and then you still sit out some games? What the fuck, guy? Explain that one to me. Because here's the deal. If I was playing, first and foremost, I'm too short to motherfucking play basketball. Let's just put that out there. But for the most part, I'm the right side to play motherfucking football. Right? I could have been a running back or whatever. But hey, I mean, I tried out, and then shit didn't go that way. And for the most part, I'm glad that it didn't go that way, because here's the deal. I got asked a chance to serve my country. I did damn near 21 years. I enjoyed, but then sometimes I go back and I look at the shit, and then I'm like, well, damn. What the fuck did I actually really fight for? And I done talked about this in previous shows, right? But my thing is this. Let's look at it like this. The Lakers are no longer in, they have been eliminated from postseason play. I mean, now I don't know how many games is left in the schedule. So the question remains: is LeBron going to actually really play the remainder of the games? Is he going to actually really sit out like the fuck he did last night, or whatever? Or he just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit out since we ain't in playoff contention no more. We ain't gonna make the playoffs, so I'm just gonna sit the rest. I'm just gonna ride it out, right, and then come back next year. But just like what I said, if Kareem got anything to do with this, Kareem gonna say, "Hey, look, y'all need to cut this motherfucker in the off season because it's just for the simple fact that hey, guess what? If he stays, my record is gonna be broken, right? I mean, I mean, you, I mean, let's do the math here. You do 30. I mean, they just say that again, you finna be 38 when the season starts. So let's just say you do 30 games, you do 30 points a game, because it's just for the simple fact 9 times out of 10, you're probably not finna play 82 the full 82 games, right? So let's just say you do 30 games. You say you play 50 games, right? Or even hell 45 games, and you average 30 points, right? That should after that 45th game, you should break the record. But then here's the deal: at what cost is that going to be towards the team? Whether you stay with the Lakers, right, or whether they ship your ass off to somewhere else. And then, everybody's going to be like, oh, this is LeBron James, right? So let's feed him the ball so he can get his damn record, right? But at the same time, though, right? We missed the playoffs because we too busy feeding the ball to LeBron. Okay? And just like I said, I didn't follow the Lakers like that. The only time that I when the Lakers played is when it was championship play, right? Whether it was with the Pistons or it was with Chicago when doggone Michael was playing, right? That was the only time that I actually really watched the Lakers. I could care less about the Lakers. Motherfuck the Lakers, okay? That I'm just putting it out there. But all what I'm saying is this: I'm 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 almost willing to say this is what the fuck is gonna happen with how many games is left. Put like this: if LeBron don't finish out the season playing, they gonna cut this motherfucker. The Lakers will cut him. They will cut him. They may keep everybody else, right? Or it's just for the simple fact that hey, motherfucker, the front office of the Lakers, they might be like, okay, look, it's time to clean up. LeBron, all you motherfuckers, guess what? I appreciate what the fuck you did, but guess what? It's time to kick rocks. It is time to kick rocks, right? Whether that Kareem have anything to do about it, but I'm telling you how petty the average motherfucker is about some shit. And if the Lakers actually cut LeBron after this season is over with, just know you can almost bet money that Kareem has something to do with it. Because that's his goddamn record. He don't. I mean, records are made, and records are made to be broken. And then however how long that Kareem has held that record, he don't want to see that shit broke. So Kareem finna do some petty shit. Hey, go cut that motherfucker. Ain't nobody else. And then and when you do that, it's a gamble, right? And I know I'm saying this same shit over, but my thing is this: you gamble when you cut this motherfucker. Because I'm looking at it, who else gonna pick him up? Who else gonna pick him up? 9 times 10, ain't nobody gonna pick this motherfucker up. So you cut LeBron. Guess what? Your record is safe, Kareem. Because 9 times 10, ain't nobody actually really trying to feed you the ball so you can score while the rest of the team loses. Ain't nobody finna do that. Ain't nobody finna do that for your ass. So enough about motherfucking LeBron James. And just like I said, motherfucker calling him the GOAT. I'm like, this motherfucker can't even be a kid, which is a baby GOAT. He can't even do that. Right? So, on the other news, just finished watching Comedy Hype News. And then, so, however, how true it is, not Will, well, might as well say it, but so Jada then came out and said, oh, Will overreacted. Right? And then she said, well, I wish he wouldn't have did it. But look at how you looked at this motherfucker. Right? Will was laughing. And then he looked over at you and you gave him the most fucked up look ever. It was almost like if you was the doggone Medusa, that motherfucker died. But then again, let's look at it from that aspect, right? You laughed. He looked at your ass. You slapped Will. I mean, damn. Will, you slapped Chris. Now you resign from the academy. Now, if they ain't motherfucking turning into stone, I don't know what the fuck is. Right? You just fucked up your career over that bitch. Right? And then even if they take the motherfucking Oscar away from you, right? Which for the most part is a part of me that's saying, yeah, go on and snatch that shit. Right? Because of the motherfucking show that I did previous. You talk about the motherfucking Williams sisters, and just know I'm a quest. I've always questioned how they are, how big they were or are versus all of the other female tennis players. They too goddamn big, as far as I'm concerned. Right? So I'm just like, okay, put like this, if they snatch that from him, then okay. No harm, no foul. If they let him keep it, again, no harm, no foul. Because again, this is the entertainment industry that we're talking about here. Right? Right? So you win depending on behind the scenes shit. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that, look, the Williams sisters, yeah, they got the talent to actually really serve the ball and volley back and forth. Okay, got it. All doggone day long. But even then, that don't mean that the shit ain't staged. Okay? So you playing the role of a father, right? That put his kids in the motherfucking industry that for the most part that eventually you're gonna lose, right? And then it was some shit out there a while back. I don't know if that shit, I don't know if it's still up, but it was a video out there. It was called Trans World, and if for those y'all that actually can still find it, go find it. And it was actually talking about the Williams sisters, right? So my my whole deal is this, right? I mean, I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna look at me like, well, Paulus Harris, guess what? You crazier than cat shit. But here's the deal. I will agree with you because guess what? I'm the motherfucking crazy uncle. But the thing about it though is this, people, you motherfuckers actually really might call me being crazy, right? And I had no problem with that. Just like I said, I had no problem when I call myself the Medusa or the environmental terrorist, right? Because this is what the fuck I do, right? But in either case, however that you motherfuckers may see me, as the environmental terrorist, the Medusa, or the crazy uncle, right? Just know 90% of the time, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. If not 99% of the time, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know how this shit goes. So, again, LeBron James, you out of there. Shouldn't have took so many games off. Jada Pinkett, you just pushed that motherfucker. You pushed the blame off on your hood. But that ain't nothing new to you. That ain't nothing new to you, right? And then I just watched the motherfucking clip, and then you say, well, he shouldn't be, his career shouldn't be motherfucking judged about what the fuck he did at the Oscars. The only reason why you said that shit is because ain't nobody trying to hire your ass. Okay? So you gonna need Will to bring in that money, right? Sorry about that, right? But I hate when my book is actually really called. But for the most part, I had already actually really had said what I actually really wanted to say on that. Uh, don't be surprised if the Lakers actually really cut LeBron after the season is over with, right? Jada, as usual, try to push the blame off on anybody, on her hook, right? Because again, right? If you really didn't want him to do that, you be like, hold on, baby, don't do this. You finna motherfucking win an Oscar. Don't fuck this off. But did she do it? No. So, with that being said, hey, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucking next door, cross street, right the corner. Carlos Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Next time.